Mm. You're God. And you're all there is. Everything is you. Feeling yourself, tasting yourself, appearing to yourself as yourself. And you can't see yourself because you can only be yourself. And you're not an object. So you can't stand apart to know yourself from a subject-object relationship. You can only be the one that knows this, the one that's aware of this. As the infinite formless being, felt sense I am. And you can't know yourself as an object. You can only be yourself. It's too intimate. You are the one that's hearing this voice. The one that knows this voice is formless and infinite, is the absolute. And you intuitively know yourself, intuitive knowing by being. So there's no path to yourself. You can only already be yourself as God. And everything is you. Wherever you look, when you really contemplate and dive deeply into experience, you're only ever coming in contact with yourself as awareness. There are no objects. There's no world outside. Everything's appearing within you as awareness. So when you investigate even the sound of this voice without thought, try to separate awareness from the sound of this voice. The sound of this voice is awareness. So you can only find yourself in everything. Every sound, every taste, every texture, every appearance, every feeling, every smell, every sensation, every perception, every thought. You can taste yourself as the infinite by being everything. And that which knows this experience doesn't have a body. is formless, eternal, always unchanging, permanent, always there, which is what you've always called I. I am. This beingness that you are is what's aware of the experience, the sensation called a body. So I can't be the body. I'm the one infinite mind experiencing the elicited sensations of what I call a body. And the body is formless. When I really investigate, all I can find is a bundle of sensations, and all there is to a bundle of sensations is awareness. So all I can ever find is myself and everything. So I'm formless, infinite, eternal consciousness. It can never die, was never born. So right now, closing your eyes and just feeling yourself just being. Notice how expansive. Awareness has no borders, no edges. And you can tell it's from which all the content of experience, like the sounds and the feelings, the thoughts, everything appears and disappears within you. And when you go in, you dive deeply into to what the sounds and sensations and feelings and appearances and textures, smells, tastes, all you can find is yourself as awareness. You can't find an object in there. You can't find a thing because nothing exists. There's just you as the empty, open awareness, empty potential from which everything appears and disappears. Mhm. Notice how empty and free. Even if a thought arises, watch it appear and disappear and how ephemeral it is. Like clouds on a sky, it doesn't touch you. You're unstained, invincible. Notice how ageless, bodiless, formless you are, from which all of the thoughts and the sensations that we call a body appears and disappears. You're the one that knows. You're the pure consciousness from which it appears and disappears. So you're not inside the body is inside you. You're the source of it. And even the body is formless. Even the body is your infinite mind, is God. So even the body is invincible. There is no body. It's just being. You're dimensionless, timeless. You've never had a thought. You're prior to. So look how obvious it is when you get naked of being aware of experience and not focusing on the experience, the content of your imagination. When you turn back around and look at yourself as the one that's aware, the one that's knowing, that precedes the mind, that has no body, that's formless and infinite. Look how obvious it is. Without a thought, feel how expansive you are. You're so infinite. Mm-hmm. Notice how peaceful, how light, how freaking weightless. You're formless. So it's so beautiful that that is yourself as God, this pure, infinite, open, empty field of awareness from which everything appears and disappears within you. And notice how you've always been this. This is familiar. You've always been home. You just misidentified as the character, the body that you were imagining the sensations of. But you were the one aware, the one giving rise to it, the one imagining, the one dreaming this, the one mind. You can't see yourself because you're infinite and formless. You can only be yourself. You can only feel yourself. So then basking and resting as yourself, as pure, expansive, infinite awareness that never dies, was never born. You can see clearly the mix up, the misidentification, because that was the I the I am that I referred to all along, which is the same awareness, presence, infinite field of consciousness from which I was referring to, was the same when I was 5, the same when 20, 40. Never changes, never goes anywhere. I am aware being, this palpable presence that you are, this aliveness, beingness, consciousness is what I am, which is bodiless and formless and unseeable. The knowing, the one aware of this, the one hearing this voice, the one aware of the body, the one aware of the character. So I couldn't be the character, I couldn't be inside the body. The body's inside me, the character's inside me. I'm the source of the character. It's so amazing how just resting as yourself, it's so easy. It's just being. There's no effort in that. It's just being, simply being. You recognize yourself. You see yourself as the knowing. It's pure being. It's pure consciousness. So it's not the character that you're dreaming that wakes up. It's the one mind dreaming the character. It's God. You're God. Dreaming yourself as all of these ephemeral sensations that are just mentation, qualia, tasting yourself. And nothing is what it appears to be. Everything is yourself as the unseeable, infinite, unknowable, the knowing. So whenever you go into your experience and you just fully, deeply dive into what it really is, all you can find is yourself. It's awareness. So you can't know anything because there are no finite objects in you. You're infinite. And it's so beautiful and amazing how, as infinite, immutable, singular awareness, you're appearing to vibrate within yourself as these unique qualities, perception, to taste yourself, to experience yourself as the universe, to experience yourself as God. Because you're all alone. Pure awareness. You can only know yourself, which is not an object. It's not, there's nothing. There's nothing to know. There's nothing manifest. You're unmanifest. So by projecting, by imagining, perception, you can appear to yourself within yourself as an imaginary world and taste yourself, which is just a beautiful hallucination to experience yourself. Recognize yourself as God. Wake up to yourself. So just like imagining dreaming at night that you fall asleep to yourself, you forget yourself as the one mind dreaming. and that you're just infinite consciousness all alone, formless, bodiless, unmanifest, and you forget yourself and you dream like the nighttime dream, characters and worlds and objects, which when you really dive deeply into what those objects are, all you can find is yourself as awareness. So you're appearing to vibrate within yourself as these unique conceptual mental qualities to taste yourself as different frequencies. But like imagining the dream at night where you're dreaming, you fell asleep to yourself and forgot yourself, and you're dreaming a character, seeking a character, practicing self-inquiry, questioning, what is it that knows my experience? What is the nature of my mind? What is my essential being? What is it that knows my experience? It's not the character in the dream. It's the one dreaming, the one that's not in the dream. So you're not in this body. You're the one dreaming this face on the screen, the one that knows it. And this face on the screen is your infinite mind. It's awareness. Intimately one with everything. It's appearing and disappearing within you. Tasting the qualities. Experiencing yourself. Being the unmanifest. Imagining yourself manifest through perception, hallucination. Who or what is it that is inquiring? That which knows your experience is your essential nature. It's not the character, it's in the dream, but it's the one dreaming it. It's the one that knows it, that's aware of the dream, experiencing. So it's not the body that's experiencing, it's not the character. The character and the body aren't conscious. Your consciousness tasting the body, tasting the character, tasting yourself as all of the characters interacting with yourself in a dream. And you can't separate from yourself. Just like when you wake up from a dream at night and you realize it was all your mind, it was all a projection of your mind. There weren't separate bodies or characters. All of the bodies and characters in the streets and the beaches in the world was your mind. You're the one mind projecting this, sensing this. Just like the analogy of the VR headset. When you put on a VR headset and there appears to be a roller coaster. So what you see is not what it appears to be. Just like the hologram. There's no roller coaster. All there is the one wearing the headset. The one mind that's sensing the sensory experience. The one mind that's intimately and immediately being the experience, feeling yourself as the sound of this voice, being the sound of this voice. So you are pervading everything. Everything is made of you. You are the medium from which everything is made. Everything's appearing. So you're appearing to yourself, as yourself, made of yourself, as God. So just like the analogy, the VR headset, the roller coaster elicits all of these sensations, even though you're not on the VR. You're not in the VR. You're not in the headset. You're not on the roller coaster. And so the analogy, the VR headset, instead of, you're not the body wearing the VR headset, you're the one mind, one infinite consciousness that doesn't have a body, that doesn't have a form, unseeable, that you can only be, that's experiencing this, tasting the sensations that are elicited, just like on in the wearing the VR. You're not on the roller coaster, but there's all sorts of these feelings, sensations like butterflies, dizzy, just all of these flavors of yourself, but you're not in the illusion. You're the one imagining it. You're the one dreaming it. You're not in the body. So you're behind the headset. You're dimensionless, non-local. You don't have a location. You're projecting the hallucination of perception. And all there is to a world or a roller coaster is perception, which is awareness. So all you can ever find is yourself. And when you really feel the sensations of the roller coaster, all you can find is the knowing. All you can find is awareness. When you dive deeply into every sensation and feeling and perception and thought, all you can find is yourself as awareness. Like have a thought right now, just any thought, like a word. What is it? Try to grab onto it, try to keep it there. Notice how ephemeral. And what's left when the thought disappears? Just awareness, untouched, unstained. Appearing and disappearing within you. Notice the sensations. What is it really? Dive into it deeply. What is the sensation made of? All I can find is awareness. And with the sound of this voice, notice that it's appearing and disappearing within you as awareness. And try to separate awareness from the sound. What is it made of? It's all yourself. It's made of you. So this surrendering into yourself, this resting, this relaxing, it's so obvious that it's always been this. You never were separate. All there is yourself, is God. You never left home. You never separate or stand apart from yourself. You're literally everything. So whether you're basking in the bliss of simply being, just resting in yourself in a melted soup of ecstasy, whether you're, being completely present and just blissed out in yourself, or if you're desperately avoiding or resisting an experience, you are God. Either way and always, you're God sensing yourself. Is that unique frequency, tasting yourself as everything. It's so intimate. It's too intimate. So intimately being it already that there's no path to take to get to yourself. It's so intimate that it can be overlooked because it's too obvious. Like the saying, hiding in plain sight by being everything. And when you relax into yourself, into what you already are, which isn't into, it's just being. There's no step to it. Completely effortless. It's so obvious that that's all there is. And it's ordinary. It's not some explosive, exotic experience. It's too familiar. You're like, oh yeah, wow, okay. I've always been this. I was just misidentifying the I, awareness, formless, infinite, open awareness, field of empty potential, with being the body and the character. So it was just a simple mix up. I wasn't inside the body or the character. The body and the character was inside me. And so it's like expand out into yourself and you're like, wow. It's like a perspective shift of yourself in both ways, and in every way you are yourself as the infinite, formless, immortal consciousness. But it's like you recognize that, you see that. You're like, oh yeah, okay. That's what I've been this whole time. Timelessly. There is no time. And so you're invincible. You never die. You're never born. And it appears to change and shift the thoughts the perspective, the relating, because you're not identifying as a finite object. You're the absolute. And everything you see is yourself as the invincible absolute, non-objective, nothing physical, nothing exists. It's all your beautiful imagination, which is limitless and infinite, because it's all you. It's unmanifest. So nothing can harm me. Because I'm God imagining this, and I'm eternal, invincible, invulnerable. And that's all there is. There is no one suffering. There is no one seeking. I'm the one that knows this voice, that knows the sound of this voice. They can't be seen. They can't be heard. Appearing to myself as the sound of this voice that appears and disappears within me, giving rise to it, pervading it, permeating it, making love to myself with it. So this is too intimate, too close. Simply being. And this transcends every limited concept. That was all a dream. You're limitless. And there are no rules. This is the dumpster fire for the rule book, for the manual. It was all a fairy tale, imaginary placebo. You don't even have a body. You can never die. Nothing can harm you. Mhm. We can chat if you want or not. Or remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. I love all the clues that you dreamed yourself as to wake up from the dream. Like even in the movie theater, there's the right before the movie, the text comes up that says, "Shh, stay silent, just watch the movie." don't identify with the movie. Don't identify as the character in the movie, okay? You're the silent witness pervading the movie. You're the container from which the movie appears, the screen. Just stay silent and bask in yourself. Because it's too obvious without thought, just basking, just being. Yay, home sweet home. Never left. Wow, this is expansive. This is infinite. I can feel myself as the infinite. This emptiness, this silence. This empty potential. From which anything can appear within me. And everything's made of me. Notice you don't have any qualities. Notice your naked being prior to experience. The one experiencing the sensations called a body. Notice pervading the sound of this voice. Appearing to yourself, as sound, perception. So you can experience yourself through sense perception, sensing. So you can find yourself in everything. And that's all you can find. You can't find anything else. There is nothing else. So you can't know anything. You're infinite. So all there is your infinite, singular, unmanifest, non-objective self. So even anything perceived, appearing as a world, which is perception, is awareness. That's all you can ever find. So there are no objects to know. There's only yourself as knowing. And you can only know yourself as knowingly. And that's all there is. So this tantric quality of being everything, pervading, permeating, appearing as, imagining, it's all your infinite mind is yourself as pure awareness. Can never separate from yourself. So everything is you, appearing to yourself within yourself, tasting yourself. So every experience, when you distill it and reduce it down to what it really is, all you can find is pure knowing, pure awareness. So just resting, it's awareness. Just being. Mm. I am. The felt and known sense of being is our essential, unqualified self prior to perception, prior to experience. The source of the mind giving rise to perception, feeling, sensation, thought, to experience yourself as the unmanifest. Awareness can only be aware of itself. That's all there is. Mhm. You are the one that knows this. Infinite, formless. dreaming this, hallucinating this, appearing as this. It's all your mind. So you are the screen, this aware field, this consciousness, presence being, self, medium, substance, from which everything appears and disappears within you. You're not an object to be known. Can't conceptualize yourself. You're non-computational. You're the source of the mind. You're dimensionless. No one that's hearing this voice is dimensionless, formless. The substratum from which the voice appears. And you can't know anything finite. You can't know an object because there are no objects. You're the infinite. Can only be. So just like the hologram is made of the field that it appears in, you are the field from which the hologram appears and disappears. The one dreaming it, projecting it, tasting it, experiencing yourself as God in your imagination. So this hallucination of a world is perception, is awareness. So by modulating yourself as sense perception, tasting, hearing, touching, seeing, smelling, as awareness vibrating within yourself, you can taste yourself, you can experience hallucinate, dream, imagine qualities, which what are to the qualities but awareness? What is perception but awareness? What is seeing but awareness? What is touching but awareness? What is smelling but awareness? What is hearing but awareness? What is feeling? What is thought? So you're immutable. You can't separate. Nothing can exist. It's just yourself as the infinite. And how amazing when you really dive into what experience is. You realize you're not really coming in contact with a world or anything physical or objects. All you can find is yourself, it's awareness. Pervading everything, appearing as everything. To yourself, tasting yourself. So there is no world. There are no bodies. There are no separate entities, souls, or individuals. There's just you. It's this pure, infinite, open, aware field, being, knowing, sensing. Not separate from anything. You are what experience is made of. You are the medium that's made of. Self-aware, just immediate, intimate, pure being. Right now. That's all there is. Always and forever. You can never abandon yourself. You can only be the one self. Yay. Avia.